everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Attempted Optimism Podcast. We're 1 week late, but not a dollar short. We're just trying our very best to stay positive in these mad times. I'm Justin,
and I'm Ben.
We got some talking to do. We gotta catch up to what's going on right now.
Okay.
Right now we've got a lot of stuff happening, and I think what's important and what's going to need to be said necessarily is this is a very busy season for Benjamin and I. So just be aware of that until maybe like March, things are going to be a little
the content will be more subpar than usual. So just go ahead and prepare your hearts and minds.
Yeah, basically. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. Well, this week we wanted to talk and sit down and talk about serotonin. Serotonin is the chemical that goes in, that secretes from your brain to help bring feelings of happiness.
Okay.
Right? So,
and not to be confused with melatonin, which is what I thought we were talking about tonight.
He thought we were chasing melatonin.
I literally asked him about that earlier today.
So we're going to go over these, and what I'd like to do, at least for the first little part of this, is to go over the list and then bash it or praise it to see what works and what doesn't. We'll go through some things that it says try this to increase your serotonin levels. I think you're going to like these. Okay.
All right.
So the first one is mood induction.
That sounds like something you go to a doctor for. What is mood induction?
So it says too little serotonin can negatively impact your mood, but could a good mood help increase serotonin levels?
But
That's
could
exactly
a good
how it's written on
no,
the
but that
website.
actually makes sense. It's just really hard to wrap your brain around.
Well, could a good mood could help? I don't know. Maybe it makes sense to your very tired brain. Thinking about something that makes you feel good can help increase serotonin in your brain, which can help promote an improved mood in general. So 3 things that it says to try in order to induct your mood, in order to make yourself happy.
I'm ready. Let me open my eyes wider.
All right, check this out. Visualizing a happy moment from your memory. Thinking about a positive experience you had with loved ones. Same vein.
Yeah, I mean, in some way, I think that one's a little bit more realistic because you can think of like really enjoyable times you've had with your family or like, but yeah, I mean, it goes hand in hand with the first one. Another problem with depression is that it causes memory loss, short term and long term, depending on whether you can remember what you lost in the short term. So I think in some ways that can be very detrimental to trying to remember good times. And so yeah, that goes in vein with the second one. So so far we're 0 for 2 on trying to chase our serotonin here.
Yeah, this last one works 100%. I've actually done this. Okay, looking at photos of things that make you happy, nix that one.
Yeah.
But such as your pet, a favorite place, or close friends. So I would say looking at photos does not do it for me, but being around friends, being around favorite places, visiting favorite places, being around my pet, my dog, she's over there laying down being cute.
Yeah.
That's one of the big ones for me is my dog, in many ways is not a rescue dog, but she rescues us. My wife and I say that a lot. When we first started our career, as officers, as pastors, we had gotten pregnant after trying for 3 years to get pregnant. We got pregnant and then lost. We miscarried the baby, and that was like, and then 2 weeks later, after Steph's surgery, we had to go right into our ministry. And so it was this very much like an off a cliff sort of situation. And so in the middle of that, we had people that were uplifting to us. We had people that were, coming around us. But we decided to get a dog, and this dog has been around us for years after the fact. And, she just makes us happy. She does everything right. She does mess up sometimes, but in my book, she does everything right. And she's the kind of dog that when you sit down or when you lay down, she wants to be right next to you. So she'll pop up on the sofa or she'll hop up in the bed. And like that was my nap partner today. When I went and laid down, she just got up on the bed and just laid at my feet the whole time, and she cuddles and all that kind of stuff. So I would say that very much changes my mood.
So for you, like your dog or animals in general, and people can as well.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking about while you were talking there, kind of thinking about like the three things named there, like being around people that you're close to, animals, your dog, your cat, your whatever, and then places, right? So I think like I would say that all of those three things do make me happy in some regards, but my brain has a way, and I have to like actively fight against it. My brain has this way of muddying really fun, enjoyable things. So like specifically when it comes to going on a trip, right? Was it this January? Yeah, like January 2020. Gosh, that was like 14
like
years ago. Yeah, no kidding. January 2020, my wife surprised me with a trip to New Mexico. It was a 3-day trip, 1 day, basically a full day of travel and 2 days kind of there.
Right.
And it was incredible. The drive was incredible. We got to drive like through a giant, basically no man's land, and then we hit the mountains of New Mexico, and it was just like incredibly gorgeous. And we went up over a mountain and back down the other side of the mountain, stayed on the other side of the mountain. Then we would take day trips up into the mountain, and it was incredible. But what I vividly remember, and I know that this could be said for all of my life when it comes to traveling to places that I really love, is my brain has this way of tricking me into not enjoying it as much as I could in the moment, because my brain is already telling me we're leaving soon, and so it's like this. I have to actively fight, because I am very much a unrealistic dreamer in some regards. It's not my profile, but a huge part of my brain says we could stay here forever, knowing full well we couldn't. Like my brain literally will trick itself into being like, well, we could stay here forever. It's like, that's not how it works. I have a job, I have a life, I have a house I have to get back to. So like, I think, yes, those things can be very helpful for me as far as like bringing my serotonin levels up, and I always have a great time in the moment, but it has that negative fall off, I think, and how you grasp onto that, I'm not really sure. And then as far as people go, I get along with all kinds of people everywhere, but you would know about me is that I don't spend a lot of time with a lot of different people. Right. And so like, we've talked about it before, like when we went to go to officers councils, like I'm the first person to, like, as soon as lunch is we're done with meetings, I'm gone and I'm in my car trying to drive by myself somewhere. Or if Chelsea's with me, then yeah. And then we dragged you along last time and you had a great time. So, but it's like, my serotonin levels aren't necessarily boosted by being around people, even people that I enjoy being around. Sometimes it's like I am a me person, unfortunately, sometimes, and I need my me time.
You're like Ron Swanson. You know what you're about, son.
Oh my gosh! Wow. But yeah, and then pets, absolutely, animals. That's a huge serotonin boost for me. Huge. Sure. Every time I see an animal, that's my new best friend. I actually walked out to my truck this morning, and there was an orange cat chilling by my car, and I was like, you could come inside if you wanted to, but yeah, the cat ran away. So yeah, but I love animals. Animals are a huge boost for me. So yeah, okay. So we found something in the list.
You're gonna hate the
next small one. Something. All right, hit me with the next one. Here we go.
All right, the next. Oh, that was number 6. Let's move on to number 5. Massage. Massage therapy helps increase serotonin and dopamine, another mood-related neurotransmitter. It also helps decrease cortisol, a hormone in your body that is produced when stressed.
Yep.
While you can see a licensed massage therapist, this might not be necessary. One 2004 study looked at 84% pregnant women with depression. Women who received 20 minutes of massage therapy from a partner twice a week said they felt less anxious and depressed and had higher serotonin levels after 16 weeks. Try swapping 20 minutes of massage with a partner, family member, or a friend.
You're my friend. No, I don't know why you said I hate that. It's a little weird. Massages are a little weird, if I'm honest with you. But I do carry a lot of stress.
I like less. No, there's nothing I like less than having somebody else put their hands on me. My wife will do it when she knows I'm stressed.
Yeah.
And that's it. Nobody else touch me. I don't want to be touched. Most of the time, I'll tell my wife she's pressing too hard.
Next time I see you, I'm giving you a big massage. Right. The first thing I'm going to do is walk up behind you. You know those people that you know those people who give you
the know who you are, and you know you need to stop it.
Stop it. You're in my personal bubble, and not everybody appreciates the personal bubble being exploded by your hands on my shoulders.
Next is another iffy one. Supplements. Number 4 is supplements. Some dietary supplements may help jumpstart the production and release of serotonin by increasing tryptophan. That sounds cool.
Supplements. So here's where I'm at on supplements. I don't even take a vitamin every day, which I probably should be doing. So the chance that I'm going to be taking a supplement to boost my serotonin it is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It sounds terrible.
Every time I go on a mission trip, I take a 1-a-day men's vitamin.
Okay, yeah.
And try to choke it down every day because those things are like.
Oh, huge. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as supplements, I don't have the discipline.
No,
I don't have the desire, and I certainly don't want to play around with stuff that I don't know what it is.
That's the thing for me. It's the problem that I have with vitamins as well. Is like I walk into the grocery store and there's like 1,900 of them on one shelf, and I just look and go, I don't know what I'm looking for. And then you hear people are like, make sure you take your fish oil vitamin, make sure you take your multivitamin.
Your omega-3
yeah, exactly.
Like 18 different kinds of B12.
And they're like $25 each, and I'm like, I'm out on that deal. Okay.
Right. Here's a good one.
Okay.
This is
I'm ready.
Good one. All right.
My serotonin levels feel boosted.
I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Number 3 is bright light.
Yes, this is a 100% for me.
All right. So research suggests that serotonin tends to be lower after winter and higher in the summer and fall.
That's confirmed.
Serotonin's known impact on mood helps support a link between finding the occurrence of seasonal affective disorder and mental health concerns linked to the seasons. Spending time in the sunshine appears to help increase serotonin levels, and research exploring this idea suggests your skin may be able to synthesize serotonin.
Or basically
to maximize these potential benefits, aim to spend at least 10 to 15 minutes outside each day. Take a physical activity outside to help increase the serotonin serotonin boost brought on by exercise. Don't just forget to wear sunscreen if you'll be out longer than 15 minutes.
Justin.
For me, it's 5.
Yeah.
Don't forget to put outside for 5.
Don't forget to put sunscreen on every time you walk outside. No, I mean, this is definitely true. I think I talked about this. I don't know if it's a podcast. I know I talked about it in a sermon not long ago about how I am the kind of person that when I come home, I turn on every single light in my house and open every single curtain. And it drives
when I see videos and pictures in your house.
It drives my wife insane, literally, because I leave them on. Like, I'll leave the house and leave everything on. But I have to have the lights on. So, like, right now, what you see, right? So my top light's out. I have a light right here, and then I have the fancy lights that turn the room different colors. This is very uncomfortable for me. I only do it when we're recording or when I'm streaming. Any other time, I always have the top lights on, as well as the extra lighting for the fun of it.
Do you sleep with the light on?
I don't. I did when I was in high school. I would leave the light on. I would fall asleep, and then in the middle of the night when I'd wake up, I'd turn it off and sleep the rest of the night. I preferred the light on, and it's also because I did a lot of reading then, so I would typically fall asleep with the light on and just be okay with it. So I don't read anymore. I'm not very smart. But
I'm not a smart man.
I'm not as smart as I once was. I already know that. But yeah, bright light definitely does it for me. Sunshine, of course, is preferable, but you can't always have that. That's why I could never live in someplace like Alaska. And that's why a lot of people can't live in Alaska. That's why the suicide rate's so high there, because there's not enough lighting a bajillion of the year.
I'm weirdly the exact opposite of you. I prefer lights to be off, and you know what? Maybe that's why I'm so depressed sometimes. But like in my office, if I don't have people that are coming to visit me, I will have a lamp on and the big light off because it gives me headaches. It gives me huge.
I would just be asleep if I did that.
Well,
but that's not the point.
Sleeping.
That's true.
All right, number 2.
Okay.
Exercise. This is a good one. I like it.
Exercise
triggers. Shut up. Exercise triggers the release of tryptophan into your blood. It can also decrease the amount of amino acid.
Yeah.
This creates an ideal environment for more tryptophan to reach your brain. Aerobic exercise at a level you're comfortable with seems to have the most effect.
None.
So dig out your old roller skates.
Oh.
Try a dance class. This goal is to get your heart rate up. Are we, the next time we're having officers councils in January, going to buy some rollerblades? And
I will do it.
I am like this close.
Let me pose a different idea to you. Are we, the next time we go to officers councils, going to a skating rink in Dallas? And just like renting some skates and cruising around a roller skating rink in Dallas.
I am terrified at that idea because then other people will watch me crash and burn.
Yes, that's 95% of the fun. But I love to roller skate. It's what, in my town where I grew up, there was like 2 things that people did for birthdays. You either went to Godfather's Pizza because it was a buffet and it had an arcade in the back, so you could basically the parents could go and drink and the kids could be entertained. I'm pretty sure that's how it works now that I'm an adult and kind of put my brain on it. Or 2, they dropped off all the kids at the skating rink. I don't even think they left adult supervision, if I'm honest, because they knew we wouldn't leave because like the arcade, the skating rink was so cool and there was an arcade in there and there's food. They just drop us off for like 4 hours. And it was like
dance with a girl in there with when they do the how the
DJ absolutely does the weird thing absolutely, man.
All right, grab your guy and gal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah, the skating rink was where it was at. I did the speed skating. Couldn't do the limbo. I'm not flexible enough. Like
I could do it.
My body doesn't move like that.
But they talk about runner's high. That's a real thing.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
but you have to get there, and the getting there makes me sad. I can get Pepsi high in 4 seconds. I crack open a Pepsi and I drink it. You know
what? Fair play.
I do feel sad at the end of it, but it was great for a minute or 2.
Yeah. All right, you ready for number 1?
I'm ready for number 1.
Yeah, exercise was number 2. So the number 1 thing, it's my favorite. It's got to be your favorite. Food. That's a little blurb. Snacking for serotonin. Here are some snack ideas to get you started.
Hit me with it. I'm ready.
Whole wheat bread with turkey or cheese. Done. Sounds great.
Don't have whole wheat bread, but I will eat turkey and cheese. Next.
All right. How about oatmeal with a handful of nuts?
Hard no. I hate oatmeal.
What? Oh,
oatmeal is like he's gone.
All right,
okay,
you
next,
will like the next choice,
yeah.
which is salmon and brown rice.
I love salmon. I love brown rice.
All right, there you go.
Love salmon.
Plums or pineapple?
Yeah, I'm good with those.
Yeah, but here's where they lose you. Okay, plums or pineapple with your favorite crackers. What?
Oh, don't mind me. Just gonna go slice up a pineapple and put it on a cracker. Cause I'm classy. Who does that?
And then finally, my personal favorite, pretzel sticks with peanut butter and a glass of milk. I like milk. I had some milk. I didn't want to get a cup, but they have these little bar snack food things.
Don't crunch on that. It's a good thing your mic has a pop filter. It literally heard none of that. Pretzel sticks for me are like, yeah. It's the flavor for me. Like they kind of just taste burnt with salt on them. It's like a burnt stick with salt.
Yeah.
And like, that's okay, but I'm not going to regularly be like, oh, I would like to boost my serotonin today. Let me go get my pretzel sticks and dip them in peanut butter. I do love peanut butter. I have an obsession with peanut butter. But yeah, pretzel sticks don't really they're not really for me. Okay. All right. So is that their full list? That is the full list, but it goes into a little bit of a better explanation of what serotonin does. It's known for promoting good sleep, helping regulate circadian rhythms. I don't know. Is that your heart?
Helping regulate appetite sounds like a heart thing.
I stay hungry.
Promoting learning and memory.
No.
Helps promote positive feelings and pro-social behavior. Not a fan. If you have low serotonin, you might feel anxious, low, or depressed.
Okay. Keep going. Give me more.
Yes.
Tell me what I already know.
That's a vibe. Mood. Feel irritable or aggressive. Regularly.
Okay.
Have sleep issues or feel fatigued.
I thought we were supposed to be chasing the serotonin or attempting optimism. Here we are reading a list of things that we already know are true, just making us more sad.
Feeling impulsive. Have a decreased appetite. Nope, not that one.
Don't have that. Maybe I'm good.
Experience nausea and digestive issues. I did eat Taco Bell for lunch.
No, I'm good on that.
Crave sweets and carbohydrate-rich foods. Check.
I thought that's just called sweet tooth.
No, it means you're low on tryptophan, obviously.
Wow, that was quite the list. You know, I will say, I'll give it to them. I feel like for most people, that's probably a really good list as far as if you are chasing serotonin and how you would raise those levels for like normal people. So I'm not gonna I won't say that that's a bad list. I was trying to think about while we were doing that, what are the things that I do to make me happy.
Yes.
I like to organize stuff. That makes me happy. I like to make detailed lists and stuff.
Is evident behind you.
Yeah. We've talked about that. But anyway, so yeah, those are the things that kind of make me happy. So yeah, what makes you happy? What do you do to chase serotonin?
What I try to do is I try to create things.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
I have
I've seen some of your stuff you've created
and writing.
Yep.
And we may get to go exploring that in another show that we have coming up shortly.
Ooh, teaser.
No spoilers.
Spoilers.
No. I like to feel. So empathy's kind of been hard for me for the last 10 or 15 years, and so we've talked about this a little bit before, but. I think when we did our disappearing middle ground episode, that I'm rediscovering sort of the power and delight in empathy, and a lot of times that takes people down a sorrowful road, or there's commiseration in that, but more than that, I find serotonin in late at night, last night, I could not sleep. I was just sitting here in my computer chair, and I didn't want to watch anything. I didn't want to play any games, and so I went on Twitch TV, and I found my Insomnia channel. And Insomnia is an EDM sort of replay channel, and they do electronic dance music from all kinds of different past concerts and stuff, and just watching people enjoy themselves and be entranced by the music and feeling the music. I don't like to dance, and I would never do that. I don't like concerts.
He break dances. He loves it.
But exactly. Just watch me go.
Oh, there he goes. Whoa.
But yeah, it's been kind of sharing with people and enjoyment. That's why I get a lot of stuff out of all of us guys or gals, but there's really no gals on our Discord. No,
it's just all of us guys.
It's all guys right now. But, people, friends of mine being on our Discord and chatting, and it used to be one or two of us, or, things like that. And people that I've lost contact with have recently come back and they're in Discord, and just spending time on streams. And this is it feels like I can be myself.
Yeah.
And that's something that I haven't been able to do either, is trying, being comfortable in my own skin. And so I find serotonin being able to play, stupid video games or just talking to friends.
Yeah.
And so doing this podcast is serotonin for me.
Yeah, we've had a good boost of this tonight, a good boost of serotonin.
which is not what you would have thought if you'd have seen us like 30 minutes before the thing, because we were playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, I told
War. And,
I told Justin I literally had to like turn it off or I wouldn't be able to do the podcast.
Break his controller or something.
I thought about it, but they're expensive and I can't afford it anymore. So
yeah. But you know, there's just little things like that really release the serotonin in my brain, and that's what keeps me going, and probably what will keep me going through the Christmas season. For sure.
Absolutely. And that's kind of the point of this. We have to rediscover how we're going to boost our serotonin during a very busy season, and what we're going to do to help us find a little bit of happiness, a little bit of joy. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else you want to share, or if we should throw it to the audience and tell them to tell us what they do to boost their serotonin. You
gotta do like a dance move and then throw it to the audience.
See, what's hilarious is he said he hates to dance, and he's done like 4 dance moves in the last 2 minutes. So yeah, maybe he does love to dance. Wow, that is not dancing. That isn't. That's an abomination.
If you haven't been listening on YouTube, you will now.
But yeah, put in the comments what you do to help boost your serotonin levels, whether it's exercise or other things that make you happy. We'd love to know, and we will see you for another episode, hopefully on a normal schedule, not weeks apart. But no promises, and we will see you then. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.